for today. Just a short announcement by myself. We're going to have our show starts within 2 minutes. The presentation will comes from SysArmy. All right, please make yourself available to come and take your seat. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Great. Take your seat. Take your seat. Our show will start within 1 minute from now. Thank you. Thank you. Dear amazing people, welcome back to the last session of our Cyber Podium session for CIDES 2023. All right, my name is Isha, and again, I'm your MC for today, and it is the last show that we're going to have today at the Station 1. Thank you once again for spending your time here, because we are about to listen to the next show. Will be presented by Miss our pretty Aun Huan here. I'm going to present about Borderless Cybersecurity. Without further ado, Miss Aun Huan, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Misha. Hi, afternoon, everyone. I know I'm the last one before you go back and face a jam. All right. So just really quickly to go through, how many of you have heard about SysArmy? Any SysArmy customers here? Any SysArmy customers here? Oh, okay, there's 2 SysArmy customers. Special gift for the customers? You too? Future customer, or maybe my future colleague? Yeah. So today we have a lot of inquiries. How do I apply to SysArmy? If you like to apply to SysArmy, send your resume, complete resume, to career@sysarmy.net. All right. Don't send to me. I'm not the HR. I don't process any application. All right. Okay. So just a quick introduction about SysArmy. SysArmy is a Malaysian company. We are born and bred in Kuala Lumpur. Our office is in Cheras. Okay, Wisma Zeland. Okay. We started in 2014, so this would be our 9th year. All right. For us, we are a cybersecurity specialist. What we do is we provide services. Our deliverables are surround our cybersecurity services. So of course we have our ISO, we have even our own threat intel, we have our SOC. Okay, in fact we are the only, I wouldn't say the only, but we are one of the Malaysian company that has 2 SOC operation. HA active in Malaysia. Okay, one is in Bangsa and one is in Wisma Zeland. All right. So before I go to the next one, pop quiz. Where's our office? Where is this army office? Cheras? Wisma Zeland, there you go. Thank you. All right. Sorry, I just want to make this last session more interactive, less formal, okay? Okay. So as you know, the risk landscape, this is a cost, the latest statistics from the CSM Malaysia, all right, and also Parliament Institute Research together with IBM, all right. To be honest, if you want to date a millionaire or billionaire, all right, I think the chances of you getting hit by a data breach is higher. So I think, yeah, let's work towards that, right? yeah, don't put so much hopes on it. All right. Okay, so the threat is actually real. I mean, we are all here, Cydash, right? So we know the threat is real. But why is it that we have so much threats? All right. The layman, the businessman will ask me, An Huan, why I do so many things, but I still get hit, I still get ransomware. All right. Always my answer to them is, are you connected? Who here is not connected to any digital space? I assume no lah, right? Because all of us have a mobile, we have our Facebook, we have our identity. As long as we have a digital identity, no matter where it is, Insta, Facebook, Twitter, you name it, you're already connected. Even you have an email, you're already connected. So there is no way you can run away. Unless, I think there's one esteemed speaker yesterday mentioned, you live in the mountains, up in the hill, not connected, yes, then you are safe. Or else, sorry, yeah. All right, this is our threat landscape, or this is our cybersecurity landscape. It looks very complicated. All our friends, SentinelOne, we have even the Palo Alto, CrowdStrike, all here. It's very, very complicated, right? But the issue is when it gets complicated, SME, SMB, even enterprise sometimes asks us, goodness me, where do I start? What do I do? What do I buy first? Do I buy antivirus first or firewall first? Do I get my people trained first? Where do I do first? So that is where we want to make cybersecurity something that is approachable. Regardless, you are SME, enterprise, corporate, multinational like Google, all right? You still be able to approach and understand cybersecurity, okay? And it must be effective, or else, what's the point of cybersecurity? It's going to sit somewhere in the locker, in the shelf, in the server room, and plug in probably, but untouched, right? So that's no point. And it has to be feasible. Feasible means in here, what we are talking is about future-proof. Previously, very simple example, in March 2020, overnight, the government announced lockdown. Overnight, we know there is a lot of organizations scramble to enable work from home. I know there is certain organization that was even on that day that they do the announcement, rush to, I'm pretty sure you know, Laoyat, to buy laptops. This is an enterprise customer. They do not have enough laptops to support work from home. So this is why I'm saying future-proof. Future-proof not only in terms of your people, your technology, and also your processes. How are you going to be able to future-proof yourself? Everyone is talking to go to cloud, to go to hybrid, okay? Or now they are on-prem, they want to go hybrid, they want to go cloud. How do they future-proof? After cloud, what is the next trend coming? Are we able to predict the next trend? We heard about zero trust today. We heard about so many new jargons every other month. Are we able to predict what is coming next? There is no way. I don't have a crystal ball. If you do, please tell me again. I can harvest more business, but I do not have. So that's the issue that we have in cybersecurity. We cannot predict the future. I cannot predict the future, all right? So for us, versatility is very important. Versatility, whether you are on-prem, hybrid, cloud, whether you are on AWS, whether you are on Google Cloud, whether you're on Alibaba and whatnot that is coming up. That is very important for us. In order to do that, of course, you need to have your best practices. Everyone will say, yeah, I know lah. Everyone say also need to do best practice. But how are we going to do best practice? Or do you preach best practice, but do you actually follow the best practice? Do you even execute the best practice? That is the issues that we always hear. We've seen so many customers, all right? They have all the policies in place, but they have a lot of risk exceptions or risk acceptance signed off for certain items. How are we going to get it done if, let's say, everything is being signed off? Of course, I'm not saying business is not important. Business is important, but we have to find a way, a middle ground to meet this requirement, all right? And of course, risk control is very important. Governance of it is very important. Without the governance, might as well you don't do lah, right? So that's the one. So for us, defense in depth. Day one, if you were here in day one, a lot of day one and day two, a lot of speakers were saying, do not reinvent the wheel. The wheel is already there. The framework is already there. Yes, the wheel and the framework is there. But how do you actually apply it? How do you actually embed it into your everyday operation in your organization? That is what we are struggling. That is what a lot of organization is struggling. You have the best practices, you have the frameworks, but how we actually use it in the organization? How do you actually find a way to even go to it, right? So that is where we are saying is, let us help you. Okay, I'm not saying that we are perfect. There's no perfection in the world. If there is perfection, cybersecurity will not happen. Cyber breach will never happen. All right, but that's not the case. So for us this is an NIST framework. It's not my framework. This is an NIST framework, right? So identify. When you talk about identify, you need to have visibility. If you have visibility, only you know what you don't have, correct? How do you know what you need to do if you don't know what you don't have? So you need to do assessments, right? Assessments can be technical assessment, can be professional assessment. What's the difference between technical assessment and professional assessment? Isn't both it assessment? Technical assessment looks into technical configuration, for example, technical setups, example, technological loops, or soft spots, example. Professional, it looks into the people and the process portion. So how do we actually do that? From there, then only you talk about protection. Okay, protection can be technological investment. Sometimes you don't even need a technological investment. For example, we have endpoints, we have antivirus. Probably the policies are not set up only. You just need to enable it, okay? So a lot of times you already have the technologies. It's whether how are you actually configuring it correctly. Are you configuring it to the best of your ability? And are you configuring it to maximize the ROI of the investment, all right? So that's where detection, okay? Detection, of course, you're talking about monitoring. You're talking about surveillance, all right? Of course, you need to do monitoring. Some of my customers, they ask me, Antoine, I got limited budget. Can I do my surveillance 8x5 only? After hours, no need because I got no money. Surveillance doesn't happen that way. Surveillance has to be done 24/7, right? Can I say, hacker, don't come after office hour or festive season because I don't have surveillance at time. Only come during when I working hours, okay? No hacker's gonna say, no hacker's gonna say, oh, you that time don't have. I come more that time, right? So impossible, right? So that's where we are talking about. But when you have surveillance 24/7, the next thing you need to do is you need to respond to it, right? You have surveillance, but you don't have no response team to it. Then what's the point? Oh, yes, I know the burger is coming, the robber is coming. Okay, come in. I won't stop you because I got no response team. Correct? What's the point? So that is where we say we will assist. Some of our customers, we do provide the end-to-end services. All right? And then after that, recover. As I say, there's no 100% in cybersecurity. Sometimes due to a lot of various reasons and control, beyond expectations, okay, they might get in. Okay? Then what do we do? Okay, even in SECOM, Security Commission, Bank Negara, most of the regulatory requirement, even PCI DSS, HIPAA, and whatnot, they mandate most of the all these customers to have what we call incident management because they know incident is unavoidable. You did your best, okay? You did your best, but it's unavoidable, okay? But when the incident happens, are you ready? Are you ready to face the incident? Are you ready to do what you are required to do next? Or are you going to go into a panic mode and scramble around? Okay, so some of our customers, like we engage, certain of the regulatories will engage us to do tabletop exercise with the certain of the organization under their purview. Okay, this is so that they can get themselves ready and feel they need an incident management plan. And when they have this incident management plan, okay, they know what to do when the thing happens. Okay, don't start going into panic mode. When you go into panic mode, that's it. it's already too late already. All right, so that is where we are talking about. So in terms of identify, okay, we are talking about like offensive technical one. I see some, I believe you are students, all right? So students, you do like, a lot of students say, I want to do pen test, all right? I want to do vulnerability assessment. I want to do ethical hacking. I want to do red teaming, all right? These are the things, okay? Technical assessment are along this line, okay? We also have professional assessment. Professional assessment is, we are talking about this IT maturity assessment, okay? Evaluating whether their policies, their framework, their incident management is up to par, okay? Up to par with the industry standard, all right? Then we also have protection, okay? Protection in terms of technological, perimeter security, all this, whatnot. And then we also have framework and process development, okay? As you know, in Malaysia, or rather in worldwide in the industry, no matter where you are, okay? Capacity building is one keyword that we have been hearing in the past 3 days here. We do not have enough correct skill sets. We do not have enough people to support the policies and the technologies that they have. People are not enough. Like this morning, they say in the next 3 years, they are looking to have at least 8,000 registered competent technologists, right? But that is what we know we don't have that, all right? So that's where we are talking about also trainings, okay? So in SysArmy, we also provide trainings, okay? Some programs are under HRDF, all right? We also talk about threat intelligence. Like previously, we heard about Google Chronicle threat intelligence virus total, okay? So we also talk about threat intelligence. We also develop our own threat intelligence, all right? Not just riding on a, I would say commercial available threat intelligence, okay? Next is the, oops. Incident response. Incident responses is where we help our team or customers, okay, to get ready. That's where we have like cyber drills, we have tabletops, we have gameplays to make customer more into it, more understand what they need to do next. Okay, because no matter how we have prepared a playbook for an incident, it's never the same. There's no two ransomware is exactly the same, correct? They evolve and they target to you. And most of the time when they target to you, is they're targeting the user, all right? Usually the penetration is at the user side, right? So user, what we are doing, we need to educate our user, right from the reception all the way up to the board of directors, okay? So this is where we have to custom our deliverables according to what our customer require. And then we also have the rapid response, that is to respond to the incidents, and the policies procedure to govern your activities and also your compliance and so on. So this is some, just to share here, all right, some of the success use cases that we have over the last few years. Of course, we have NDA signed with a lot of our customers, so we are not able to disclose the name, but we can disclose some key facts about it. So if you have proper cybersecurity or a holistic approach to cybersecurity, okay, you should be able to get a proactive protection. For example, this proactive protection, as I mentioned earlier, we have our own threat intelligence. We call it SATRIA, okay, SysArmy Threat Intelligence Alliance. All right, so we actually launched our own IOC, okay, to our customers, okay, 3 days before the first attack was recorded and publicized. All right, we didn't know what it was or what the name was that time. We just published it under our own categories. All right, but identification of publishers, possible malicious activity 24 hours before the first local social political issue was done. Okay, and prevention of possible network takeover 5 days before a social political issue in Europe. Because we have multiple customers. We have local customers, we also have MNC customers, we have customers across the region, we have regulatories, we have F&B, we have travel. Yeah, so this is where we get all our data and actually provide to our customers via the services that we provided. All right, so another use case is the preventive protection. Okay, this is actually, this actually in 2016. I just joined SysArmy then. It was in June 2016, I joined SysArmy. July 2016, I follow one of our consultants to the customer's monthly reporting. All right. So the consultant was telling the customer, "Hey, Mr. Customer, this particular IP, for the past 6 months we monitored you, right? We don't ever see before this particular IP, but this month, the one was for June 2016. This particular IP looks very funny, keep coming up, okay, and it become top outgoing IP. So after further check with the customer, we found that this IP actually is a HR endpoint, not server endpoint. That means the laptop that the HR executive use, and it was like not very right. So we monitor for another 2 months because it's my early days in SysArmy, so I follow the consultant to go and get a view of what they actually deliver, right? So what did we found? It still happened in all the way until November. So in November, the consultant decided to tell Mr. Customer, how about this? Since it's an endpoint, let's just do a reformat. Delete your save copy, okay, and just start fresh because it's keep going on for already that time by 3 months, 4 months. Top two outgoing, which is an endpoint. So Mr. Customer was like, all right, since an endpoint is not a server, why not just get it done? Because since we scan with endpoint, we scan with this, we scan with the antivirus and whatnot, still cannot get anything. So why not? So we format, okay? So back then, that's the story ends. So no more, December no longer, January no longer, February no longer. Then it was after Chinese New Year, March 2017. We got the first WannaCry IOC ever. That time was launched. Okay, that time the WannaCry May 2017. So we got the first IOC. What we do for most of our customers, we also do historical comparison of the threats that have happened. So we did a comparison. We found the first batch of WannaCry IOC matches this particular incident. So what I'm saying now is a lot of our services drives around the journey with the customer, the communication with the customers. Sometimes we can provide the advisory, but sometimes customer will say, no, I can't do it. But there is times, that's why I say, in this scenario, we actually prevented a WannaCry incident in this particular customer, okay, way ahead from the first IOC was detected. All right. The next one was a business risk mitigation. This was another customer around the same time, but this particular customer has a regional connection. All right. We usually protect. Customer will say, I have the firewall, I have the router. All right. Let's put my firewall and router into monitoring. All right. But a lot of customers also have that connects back to their branches, their sister companies and whatnot, MPLS. And usually, because of the way the network is architecture, the MPLS is never connected to the firewall. It's always connected directly into a particular server or a particular system at the back. So this was where another weak point that the customer, for us, we did monitor them. We monitor all the parameter, but because of this MPLS is also into the particular server which we were also monitoring, we actually prevented this customer from being attacked. Why? The entire regional manufacturing was down for 1 week, right? Because of the same WannaCry, but this particular branch in Malaysia was safe. Because the moment it ping us, they try to come in through MPLS, we immediately tell customer, disconnect that one. Disconnect that particular server, do not let it connect back, isolate immediately. So we actually prevented it from further spreading into the OT environment. Because OT environment, that's where all your machineries and whatnot is connected, and all these machineries and whatnot sometimes do have protection, sometimes, majority of the time, do not have protection. Right, so OT environment. So this is where how we help one of the customers to mitigate a business risk. Another one, this is one of my favorite customer. This also, I think this happened in 2017, if I'm not mistaken. 2000, late 2017, early 2018. I think it was probably January 2018. Yeah, I think so, about there. So what this customer is, this is a telco customer. Okay, so we provide, as I say, surveillance services, advisory, consultancy services to our customer. Do you all know what is WAP technology? The technology before GPRS for internet connection. I think the young faces was like, what the hell are you talking about?
I'm
So-
also young, so I don't know.
You don't know, ah? Okay. So back in the days, right, we used to have this technology called WAP technology that enables internet browsing. It's before 3G, it's before GPRS. Okay, it's a very old technology. So this customer has this particular segment. We are monitoring both their consumer and this telco segment. Okay, so this customer has been telling us, I'm gonna discontinue this WAP very soon, and change it to 3G very soon. But this very soon happens for very long. It didn't happen. So one day, our team was, this segment is usually zero traffic because there's no one using WAP some more. Basically zero traffic. So one day, our analyst was going through, checking the threads, checking the traffic, and suddenly there's an influx of traffic. This traffic is HTTPS traffic. So we will be telling, this customer been telling us they want to change to 3G. So we was like, oh, Mr. Customer, finally, you changed to 3G already, this segment. Mr. Customer say, wait, what 3G? No, I haven't changed. What happened? What? So after investigation, we actually found out there is the particular subscriber actually bypassed the charging mechanism of 3G through the WAP segment going out to the internet, causing from the end to end of detection to stop of the traffic. It cost the customer lost 2 million ringgit, at least dollars, and a lot of money else in other damages. All right. So this is what one. This is nothing. It's nothing malicious. The traffic is nothing malicious. It's just normal HTTPS traffic, normal browsing traffic. Nothing malicious. There's no any IOC embedded whatnot. It's just normal traffic. So how are we gonna understand this if we do not know customer? So as I mentioned, it's a journey with customer. Customer imparts the information, we digest, and we provide understanding to the environment. So these are the things that no matter how AI, you will have to input. AI is inputted by human also. For you to custom an AI algorithm, you need to put in the parameters. The parameters are put in by human. So this is where we say, no matter how, we have to be better and get there. All right? So this is among the one. All right? So in the last 4 days, I would say 4 days now, all right, a lot of customers ask me, how do I choose a service provider? The logo looks nice, so I choose them. The technical, very good, of course. Okay, competency is one of the things that we need to look into when we are looking at a service provider. But are we talking about just competency of the technical team? We are also talking about competency of the rest of the support team, the sales support team also. For example, if your particular sales personnel or your particular technical is able to champion your particular cause throughout the organization, do you think that your experience as a customer is a more holistic approach, a more wholesome approach, where customer know the sales and technical knows what you're going for? For example, I talked about the telco analogy previously. That was an understanding between both ends. So it has to be both. It cannot be just a party. Technical competency is very important, but the competency to understand coherently what you are trying to communicate is also very important. Okay? And the completeness and the comprehension of what you're saying. For example, customers say, I want to do pen test. okay, run by the mill organization. Say, okay, you want to do a pen test? You want to do external pen test, web pen test, Wi-Fi pen test? All right. But for us, what we will do is, what are you trying to achieve at the end day? Do you have a compliancy requirement that you requires your end to achieve this particular, to do this particular pen test? Oh yes, I actually have need to comply with RMIT or Bank Negara requirement for e-wallets provider. So I need to do this pen test. All right. Yeah, but actually for Bank Negara e-wallet, you not only need to do this pen test, you also need to do this. Okay. Because this is the final one. So after you finish this, you do this, then you do this, you do this. Okay. How do we know? Because we have a lot of customers that have gone through it. Okay. We have guided a lot of customers go through the process and the assessment. All right. So this is what we say completeness of vision, the comprehension of what you're trying to achieve. For example, we have a customers that come to us and say, An Huan, I need to do, my bank sent me one say I need to do PCI DSS. I say, I'm not a PCI DSS expert. Okay. Yeah, but I need to know where to start, how to start, where to do. I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. My IT team is big, but they are supporting my operation. I have a governance, but we have no experience in PCI DSS. Where do we start from? Okay, so where do you start from? You start from understanding what they need and what you have, correct? So you need to do an assessment first, correct? From the assessment, you know, okay, I have this, I don't have this. If I submit now to PCI DSS, they're going to fail me for sure. Right? Because I don't have encryption, I don't have user ID, I don't have the monitoring, I don't have FIM, and so on and so forth. Okay. Then the Mr. Customer, you want to buy FIM. FIM, most of the technology will say you have to pay commercially. But is there a way, Mr. Customer? I say I got very, very limited budget. How can I go about it? So this is where comprehension and understanding what our customers want, okay, and need, okay, makes the difference for us. For customers that stick with us and customers run by the mill organization, all right? And for us, we are all consultative. For example, my team, Liquid at the back there, we are all consultants, all right? I myself, I don't have a lot of certificates like a lot of them do, like TS and whatnot, which is very technical. I'm still a sales background, all right? But I have a CISM, okay? I'm able to understand to a certain extent. I don't say that I know everything, but I can help you to understand and bring back and see how can we come to you and propose a better and more stand-apart proposal, all right? So this is what we have. This is a bonus content just for this. I just added this slide just for this, all right? So this is what we have. Okay, I think that will conclude my presentation, but I would like to ask, okay, what is the 5 pillars of NIST? I got 5 here.
Anyone wants to try?
5 pillars of NIST, very easy. Anyone? NIST.
Any answer comes in your mind, please raise your hand. Anyone wants to try? How about you guys? Please give it a try.
No? How about you? Just try. I just got 5. It's just 5
Oh
only.
no, it's your luck today.
It's not my today.
Don't have? 5 pillars of NIST.
Only 5
I just
pillars.
need one answer for one only. I don't need all 5. Start with P. R. O. Don't have ah?
Anyone? Raise your hand.
No?
There.
Yes.
Okay, please. Try.
Detect.
Protect.
Yes.
Perfect. Brilliant.
3 more.
3 more to go. All right. You go, girl.
Respond.
Yes.
Respond.
Absolutely. Congrats. Okay.
2 more.
2 more. 2 more to go. Yes. There. All right.
Identify.
Identify.
Recover.
Yes. See? It's not that
See,
difficult.
perfect.
It's easier than your degree. Correct? It's easier than a degree. Okay, a bit more difficult. Also a very fundamental question. What is the 7 OSI level? The 7 OSI level. This is basic, right?
Only give one answer or all must 7
All 7.
All
because
7.
this one is basic.
Who can give
Basic
the
diploma
seven
or
powerful answer?
foundation.
Come. You want to try? Who wants to
Okay,
try?
this one I'll make it more interesting. I'll show
Okay.
you. But the first one that runs to me. You have the answer. You have the answer. The first one. The first one.
Sorry, come again.
Presentation and application.
Is it correct?
7, all 7.
All 7 now. Data link. Network. Parameter. Data also there, right? Users. Endpoint. Last one. Oh, application.
Yeah.
Congrats!
Sorry, miss, I want to ask, you have a degree in cybersecurity?
I have a degree in education.
Wow, all right.
Impressive. Thank you very much for your response.
All right. So, all right. The next question will be, what's the event that you're in? What's the event that you're in?
What
Come
is the
on.
name of the event?
The event name.
Who can? Yes. Yes, you go.
It's a? Let me check.
What's the name of the event that you're in?
What, CIDES 2023.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So it's very easy. Okay, so I think thank you all. Okay, I don't want to hold you all back. And good luck in braving the jam. I hope it didn't rain today. All right. Have a great day.
Thank you very much, Mr. Aun Huan, for the wonderful presentation. Thank you for yourself, also for bringing yourself to come here and attend the session. Once again, my name is MC Shah. I would like to end the session. Please apologize for any wrongdoings or any of my wrong answer, or maybe I wrong do anything for you for all these 4 days. Thank you very much. Have a good rest at home. See you soon again. Bye-bye.